Grand Rising Star family. I just had to show you this shirt because it's pretty awesome. This is a child size 6, but I was like, I need to wear this. And whoever made this was just like, obviously, they're space reptiles that like wear astronaut suits. It's just so cool. Like, it's so awesome. Even the Triceratops. I can't get over it. I get a lot of comments like, oh, reptilians are bad. Oh, all aliens are bad. Oh, anything non human's bad. And it's so untrue. It's so untrue. And even the word bad is kind of untrue also. I know it's hard for the 3D mind and the 3D trained human and the programming to like really grasp that concept. But I'm just going to keep talking about it and try and like ingrain it into humans and the human collective consciousness. Because yes, there is a divine creator, God, whatever you want to call source. And God created everything. Like God is omnipresent. It's the source of all. And it's the essence of everything. And that's just like every other universe. Every universe has a creator. They kind of manage the universe and they do divine intervention and they have created like all of the blueprints for life, for everything. And even science has proved it, 3D human science, the Higgs boson particle, I think that was in 2020. So much stuff came out in 2020. Even Hayam Ashed, the former Israeli space defense minister of Israel, came out and said, yes, there is a galactic federation of a whole bunch of different types of alien species that work together and are in contact with the human governments and the deep state and the military industrial complex and all this other wild, crazy stuff. Even Paul Hellyer, the former Canadian defense minister, who I have a really great video on, he also disclosed the Galactic Federation and that, yes, there are aliens here and yes, they are working with the world governments. There's so much more going on here, like so much more going on. We know less than like 7% of what's actually going on. So there's like well over 90% that we're discovering at this time space, including space reptiles. And if you look at The Law of One, it's such a great book. It's so good. It really made so many things click for me. I was raised as a Christian. I went to Catholic school. I went to Sunday school like every Sunday. Went to youth groups. I didn't like it very much. I knew that something was wrong and something was up. But my human parents and the human teachers and like all of that, it was just like I was forced into that and that was the only option really. It wasn't horrible, obviously. It could have been much, much worse, but it was challenging. But also a blessing now that I am where I am and I have contact with a whole bunch of different types of alien beings. Some are agreeable, some are disagreeable. They all have their own different agendas and they are the way they are. They are so similar to us humans. Like there's some great humans and there's some not so great humans. And a lot of that's based on programming and trauma. And these reptilian beings that are here on Earth, they were here way, 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 way longer before us. And they helped to create us. We have a reptilian brainstem. You can Google it. They aren't even hiding that. Some humans have even more DNA, like reptilian DNA, than other humans, and they have the ability to, use the eye slits. They can even shapeshift. They can, they have different types of powers. And myself, I have a fair amount of Swedish DNA, which is more like Nordic. I have my clairvoyant abilities. I got lots of really cool things. We all have our own unique things. We all have our own unique mix of DNA too. Some parts of us were more like disagreeable shadow parts, but we definitely have more light in us. Humans, we are light beings. We have a direct connection to source. And us getting into 5D is a place where we are non-reactive. We can just observe. The sooner we get into like that non-reactive 5D consciousness state, the more awareness we'll have and the more compassion we'll have for all different types of beings. No matter what their agenda is, they are still a living being. And yeah, they might eat humans, but there's other beings that eat humans too. And we, as humans, we eat animals also. You know, it is like a circle of life. Doesn't mean we have to keep letting them eat humans. Doesn't mean we have to keep eating meat. The more we upgrade our consciousness and upgrade our bodies as well, the less we're even going to need to eat at all. And we'll probably get aversions to eating meat. And that's what happened to me too, like back in 2019 when I was starting to connect with these beings. I like couldn't eat eggs, I couldn't eat fish or beef. It was totally bizarre, but it was like my body knew I needed to do a cleanse and get into a higher vibrational state so I could make that contact. Now that's not the same for everyone, and I also have made contact while eating meat too. There's not like one specific rule for it, which is a little bit more complicated. But all in all, there's so many different types of beings out there. There's like over 300,000 different types of conscious sentient beings in our universe. I want to know like everything about them. I want to know how they live. Like reptilians, they even breastfeed their babies. I just think that's like so sweet.